It's hitting 10:45, 11:45, 12:45. Let's dig her up, see what she is. I think she's a scent. It's not really hitting at the tone that I'm used to hearing for silver. But, you know, and that's, even so the numbers are 12:45, I find sometimes even at 12:45 the tones can also differ, just very, very slightly. And, you know, if you got a good ear, you can hear the differences. Let's try this again. Okay, it's in the hole. Let's try it out. I see it already, and it is a scent. It's not silver. This one's not that old either. It looks like it's in the 70s. You know, a couple scents are good to dig right off the bat, especially for those guys that like to cherry pick the silver. Digging a couple of these scents based on the years that they're coming up gives you a good sense of what's in the ground here. So if you're finding a lot of stuff that's relatively deep, and you know you're dealing with the 70s and 80s, you know, that can tell you a lot about the site as well. I was just on the other side of the site there, another small mowed grass area. It's pretty flat, and I was digging down, and it was soil for about, you know, 2 or 3 inches, and then below that it was sand. It was like this orange sand, and I dug a couple test plugs and it was all the same, so I moved off from that area. You just never know. So this area seems to be pretty good. The soil's consistent in its color. Some of these coins, you know, I wish these were a little bit older, but it could just be this particular area. So we'll keep plugging away, and we'll see what else we can come up with. All right, see you at the next. Just want to show you guys quick that first spot that I mentioned that I did a couple of test plugs where there was sand mixed in with dirt. This place looked pretty promising here. This is only one part of this location that I could detect at, but as you can see, it's got a nice mowed area in here, and the back here, the baseball diamond looks pretty old as well. But after doing a couple of test spots, running from the edge, all around the edge to the center to the back, it's sand. So I'd have to get down probably 14 plus inches to really get anything, if there was anything here as of age. So anyway, just thought I'd show you guys that. All right guys, I got another target near this tree here. I don't think it's silver, but it could be junk. It's hitting a pretty good, it's hitting 12:45, 13:44, you know, all around that area. So let's take a look what it is. We'll dig her up, we'll do a live dig as usual. I'll let you listen to it. It's actually pretty high that way. Small pinpoint area. Let's take a look. As I said, I don't think it's silver, but you never know. Near a big tree like this, or near any big tree, any signal you get, you know, the size of the tree dictates the age of the spot. This soil looks pretty sandy. It's in the hole. Wasn't that deep. Don't know. This soil is very, very, very sandy. I think that's it. Just an old piece of iron. Gave a pretty good signal though. just never know. Not good. Anyway, see you at the next. Okay guys, here's another signal. This one I think is silver. It's hitting really good depth-wise. I got about 7 inches on this one. It's hitting 1146, 1046, 1147. It's hitting really clean, really nice. I'll let you listen to it. We're about 12 feet from that big tree there on that earlier dig. And that tree was near the road. This spot's a little bit closer, you know, a little further away from the road. So this one I think is silver. So let's see if we can pull something out of here that's half decent. Nope, it's a penny. How can a penny hit 1147, 1046, 1146? I have no clue. Not very old. 78. Well, I'm going to check the hole, and if there's something else, I'll let you know. On to the next. Alright guys, coming off my embarrassment last dig there where I thought it was silver and ended up being a penny. I got another signal here. I'm not saying what it is this time, but I'll let you listen to it and we'll dig it up. $12.46, $9.45, $11.46. Let's dig her up, see what she is. In the plug. I think I just saw a penny there. I did. This one's not that old either. Not old at all. 77. We need some older stuff in here. Anyway, on to the next. Alright, here's another target, guys. Let's see what this one is. Not that deep. Signal's not too bad. And it's a scent, I can see it right now. A little bit of an older one, so that's still a good sign. No silver yet today, so maybe on the next one we'll get some. Alright, here's another target, guys. I know it's hard for you to see the numbers, but it's not hitting that high. Okay, let's dig it up, see what it is. Alright. in the corner there. Still down there. Nothing too old. I can tell already it's not old. If you look at that edge on the Canadian cents, it's not exactly round. It's like an octagon. Those ones only came out in the 90s. I don't think they came out in the 80s. I think it was just the 90s. So I know it's not old. It's pretty green. Usually older stuff's green, but at the same time, if there's a lot of fertilizer and that gets thrown on the grass over the year, then that seeps in and ends up corroding these coins, as you can see, like this one here. This one's only probably, I'd say under 30 years old for this one. But that's a quick way to check with the Canadian ones if it's old or not, is the edge. If it's got that octagon type shape, it's not old at all. So anyway, that's it. On to the next. Here's one, guys. Hitting pretty good. I don't think it's silver. Okay guys, just dug the plug. Let's see what we got. Okay, it's in the plug. It's a set. Again, if you look at the edges on this one, I know it's not that old. There's no point even cleaning it off. It's not old at all. Anyway, on to the next. This is the other side to that location that I was digging at. And it's got some pretty old land up on there. That old tree stump is way back there behind that hut, but I did all the top up here and around there too. I didn't do in the baseball diamond. I like to keep clear of those locations, but I did end up going possibly about 5 feet from the edge of the fence here just to see if I got any good targets, and there wasn't too many. So unfortunately this location turned out to be a bit of a bust for today. Maybe I'll come back another time and try my luck, but thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you on the next hunt. Thanks for watching.